Would you kindly unmute the chamber, please?
How's that, Dan?
Much better, thank you.
We'll continue. From the town of Castile, E. Joseph Gazowski. Supervisor Gazowski is being escorted by Supervisors Grant from the town of Bennington and Davis from the town of Covington. From the town of Java, Vanessa McCormick. Supervisor McCormick is being escorted today by Supervisors Roberts from the town of Genesee Falls and Jay from the town of Pittsburgh. Welcome. The veteran leading us in the pledge today is United States Army Specialist Jordan McGinnis. Specialist McGinnis was born in Attica. He earned his GED before joining the United States Army at the age of 17 and shipped out for one-stop unit training at Fort Benning, where he earned entry into the greatest MOS there is. 19 Delta Cavalry Scout. Specialist McGinnis' first duty station was at Fort Knox, Kentucky, the home of the Cave, as part of Big Red 1. He was not there for long, however, as his unit was already downrange in Afghanistan, and he joined them less than a month after arriving at Fort Knox for the final 8 months of their tour. Specialist McGinnis conducted patrols and reconnaissance out of JCOP Killigai before redeploying in early 2014. As part of the military consolidations going on at the time, his unit was deactivated and he was sent to Fort Drum to join the 10th Mountain Division. In 2016, after earning numerous ribbons and medals, Specialist McGinnis was honorably discharged from the Army and entered the civilian world. Specialist McGinnis, like many veterans who are discharged, did not know what he wanted to do, so he took on several random manual labor jobs before breaking into the law enforcement world. Wyoming County hired Mr. McGinnis as a correctional officer at the jail, but from there decided to take a job as a civilian contractor in Kandahar. Sheriff Rudolph was very accommodating and offered him a leave of absence to ensure his job would still be there upon his return. After returning to the jail, Mr. McGinnis decided to enter the Erie County Police Academy at ECC North as a sponsored candidate of the Perry Police Department. He then accepted a position with the Batavia Police Department, where he worked for 2 years. In August of this past year, he took a civil service lateral transfer to join the Wyoming County Sheriff's Department, as he wanted to work for his home county. A couple of interesting facts about the McGinnis family is that on his mother's side, his great-grandfather immigrated here from Germany in the 1920s and bought some land to operate his own farm. He was able to eventually bring his wife and family here from Germany a couple of years before the Second World War broke out. They have the street named after him, which is his mother's maiden name, Beck, outside of Attica. In addition, Mr. McGinnis's grandfather was stationed in France in the 1960s as an MP, when he had an older man approach him speaking German. With the use of an interpreter, it was discovered that the German was his grandfather's uncle who drove over from Germany to meet him. His unit commander let his grandfather go back to the old family village for a few days to meet the family he never knew. Mr. McGinnis married his wife Catherine in 2020, and he has an 11-month-old daughter named Lena and a 4-year-old stepdaughter named Arlie. Mr. McGinnis enjoys hobbies like shooting, hunting, and spending time with his family. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the pledge of the flag.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now don't go anywhere. A custom of this board of supervisors to provide the veteran with a plaque commemorating their appearance here today and acknowledging their service to their country. And we're going to shake your hand. Thank you for your service. But again, we did this earlier, so we'll make that work again. And another custom of this board is that you can afford to say whatever it is. Let me step back.
I don't really have anything to say except for thank you. I appreciate the generous gift that was presented to me today. And I also would like to thank this county for the way that they treat their veterans. It's nice to know that people back home still care about a lot of the guys that went over there, and that their sacrifice and their time is remembered, not forgotten. So thank you.
Sure. Why don't you guys come over? You can get a picture with your town supervisor, Tony Colonel. Thanks. All right. Okay, thank you, Special Dennis. Now, we should have the Reverend Matt Bixby on the phone to lead us in an opening prayer.
Good afternoon, everyone. Board of Supervisors, this is Pastor Mac. Can you hear me?
Ken.
Good. Let us pray. Father, thank you for your presence with these supervisors today. May they be led by your Spirit, be directed by you. Thank you for being the God of new beginnings, of new life. Thank you for a new year. And may this board be led by you during these discussions today as they plan and prepare for this coming new year, 2022. May they be protected by you. May the sheriff department, the officers, the deputies be protected by you during this year. Lord, may you be exalted through all the deliberations this day, through these men and women. Bless them with your great grace. I pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Reverend Bixby.
You're welcome.
It's a great pleasure to welcome Wyoming County Court Judge Michael Mullen to these proceedings, and he will be administering the oath of office to today's elected and appointed officials, beginning with the oath of office for the entire 2022 Wyoming County Board of Supervisors. Judge Mullen, would you please do the honors?
Sure, everybody like to stand. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
That I will support the Constitution of the United States of America.
Constitution of the State of New York.
The Constitution of the State of New York.
Constitution of the State of New York.
And that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office.
And that I will
Faithfully discharge the duties of the office
Of town supervisor.
of
town supervisor
According to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge Mullen. Congratulations, everyone. Moving on, it's time to call for nominations for the 2022 temporary chair.
Madam Clerk, I would like to nominate Supervisor Brick, the temporary chair.
Thank you, Supervisor Davis. Is there a second? I second the motion. Thank you, Supervisor Grant. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations?
I move the nomination be closed.
Supervisor Pale moves that the nominations be closed. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Thank you, Supervisor Kozowski. Nominations for temporary chair are now closed. Madam Deputy Clerk, please call the roll for 2022 temporary chair.
Gainesville.
Aye.
Genesee Falls.
Aye.
Jaba.
Aye.
Middlebury.
Aye.
Orangeville.
Aye.
Perry.
Aye.
Pike. Aye. Sheldon.
Aye.
Warsaw. Weathersfield.
Aye.
Arcade.
Aye.
Attica.
Aye.
Bennington.
Aye.
Castile. Covington.
Aye.
And Eagle.
Aye.
1,599 aye, none absent.
Congratulations, temporary chair Brick. Would you please come forward and take your oath of office?
I, Jim Brick,
I, Jim Brick,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of temporary chair of the Board of Supervisors of the County of Wyoming,
as temporary chair of the Board of Supervisors of Wyoming County,
according to the best of my,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
First, I'd like to thank all the supervisors that are confident in me to do this. I'd like to welcome all our guests, department heads, anyone else that is under here today. At this time, I would like to call for nomination for chairman of the Wyoming County Board of Supervisors for 2022.
Chairman, I would nominate Supervisor Becky Ryan from the town of Warsaw, chairman of the board, 2022.
Thank you, Supervisor Kale. Is there a second?
I second the nomination.
Thank you, Supervisor Kane. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
I move that nominations be closed.
Supervisor King has moved that the nominations be closed. Is there a second?
I second the motion.
Thank you, Supervisor May. Nominations for the 2022 chairman of the Wyoming County Board of Supervisors are now closed. And clerk, please call the roll.
Orangeville.
Aye.
Perry.
Aye.
White. Aye. Sheldon.
Aye.
Warsaw. Aye. Weathersfield.
Aye.
Arcade.
Aye.
Attica.
Aye.
Bennington. Aye. Castile. Covington.
Aye.
Eagle.
Abstain.
Gainesville.
Abstain.
Quincy Falls.
Aye.
Jaybug.
Aye.
And Middlebury.
Aye.
1,455 aye. 144 abstain.
Congratulations, Madam Chairman Ryan. Please come forward and take the oath of office.
I, Becky Ryan,
I, Becky Ryan,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States of America
and uphold the Constitution of the State of New York,
and uphold the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of chairperson of the Board of Supervisors
of the office of chairperson of the Board of Supervisors,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability, so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I would call for nominations for 2022 vice chairman of the Wyoming County Board of Supervisors. And it gives me great pleasure to nominate Supervisor Davis from the town of Covington as the vice chairman for the Board of Supervisors for 2022. We've worked together now for 2 years, and he's done a great job, and I hope to be with you. Is there a second? I second the nomination. Nomination? Thank you, Supervisor Grant. Are there any further nominations? Are there any further nominations? Are there any other nominations?
I move the nominations be closed.
Thank you, Supervisor Roberts. Moving to the nominations be closed. Is there a second?
I'll second the nomination. Motion.
Supervisor McCormick seconded the nomination. And the nominations for vice chair are now closed. And clerk, please call the roll for the vice chairman for 2022 for the Board of Supervisors of Wyoming County. Evans.
Aye.
Bennington.
Aye.
Castile. Covington.
Aye.
Eagle.
Abstain.
Gainesville.
Abstain.
Genesee Falls.
Aye.
Jago.
Aye.
Middlebury.
Aye.
Orangeville.
Aye.
Perry.
Aye.
Pike. Aye. Sheldon. Warsaw.
Aye.
Weathersfield.
Aye.
And Arcade.
Aye.
Sheldon here, aye.
1,455, aye, 144, abstain.
Congratulations, Vice Chair, Vice Chairman Davis. Would you please come up and take the oath of office? All insurances is on.
I, Jerry Davis,
I, Jerry Davis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York.
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
I will faithfully discharge the duties
as Vice Chair of the Wyoming County Board of Supervisors
as Vice Chairman of the Wyoming County Board of Supervisors
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me.
So help me God.
Amen.
At this time, I would like to call for nominations for clerk to the Board of Supervisors.
Madam Chair, when I first got elected, came here, Cheryl Ketchum was nominated and elected as clerk to the board. And I'm pleased today to nominate Cheryl Ketchum again for clerk to the board.
Thank you, Supervisor Britt. Is there a second?
Madam Chairwoman, I would like to second that nomination for Cheryl Ketchum as clerk of the Board of Supervisors.
Thank you, Supervisor Berwinger. Are there any further nominations? Are there any nominations? Are there any other nominations?
I move the nominations be closed.
Supervisor Roberts moves that the nominations be closed. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
May. Nominations for clerk to the Board of Supervisors for 2022 are now closed. May I, clerk, please call the roll for clerk to the Board of Supervisors?
Gainesville.
Aye.
Genesee Falls.
Aye.
Jago.
Aye.
Middlebury.
Aye.
Orangeville.
Aye.
Perry.
Aye.
Pike.
Aye.
Sheldon.
Aye.
Warsaw.
Aye.
Weathersfield.
Aye.
Arcade. Attica.
Aye.
Bennington.
Aye.
Castile. Covington.
Aye.
And Eagle.
Aye.
1,599 aye, none absent.
Congratulations, Clerk Ketchum. Please go. And
I, Cheryl Ketchum,
I, Cheryl Ketchum,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of clerk to the board
of clerk to the board
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability. So help me God. Thank you.
Would Miami County Treasurer Cheryl Mayer please come to the joint Judge Mullen at the podium?
I, Cheryl Mayer,
I, Cheryl Mayer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will uphold and support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will uphold the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of county treasurer
of county treasurer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me.
So help me God. I do. Before we sit down, I'd like to introduce my deputy, Robin Wall, who has stepped up in my office and supported this county very strongly for the last 2 months when I have not always been there. So I'd like to thank her, and I'd like to thank the voters in this board for 16 years.
Miami County Sheriff Greg Rudolph, would you please come forward to be sworn in? And Sheriff Rudolph is being sworn in by County Court Judge Kerry. We're very fortunate today. We have 2 judges here in this room.
I, Gregory Rudolph. I, Gregory Rudolph. Do solemnly swear. Solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States of America. That I will support the Constitution of the United States of America. And the Constitution of the State of New York. And the Constitution of the State of New York. And I will faithfully discharge the duties. Of the office of Sheriff of the County of Wyoming. Of the office of Sheriff of the County of Wyoming. According to the best of my ability. According to the best of my ability. So help me God. So help me God. Congratulations. I wrote something down, but it's not long, I'm just not that clever. But thank you to Judge Gibbler. I know you had a busy calendar today. It means a lot to me that I come to be here. And more importantly, to be here the last 20 years. I have my family here today, and that support is vital to any police officer. But to an elected sheriff, which really never off duty, is even more essential. And I've been blessed enough to have that throughout my career, and I'm truly grateful. I'm also extremely fortunate to have a terrific and solid undersheriff and Dave Linder, a staff of deputies, dispatchers, officers, and admin that cares about our community, their work, and performs professionally every day. You can't train character, and we all benefit from their daily public safety efforts. It's no secret law enforcement has grown more difficult for many reasons, but it's been my experience with particularly this board and this community, we have seen the opposite. The support, whether financially or morally, has been overwhelming, and I can give you countless examples of kind gestures we've all seen for many months. And for that, I wanted to extend a heartfelt thank you. Lastly, I believe our profession is so noble one. I wear this uniform every day because I'm proud to wear it, and I'm proud to share it with the staff. We have a profession where we are paid to help people and to do the right thing. I think that is an inherent quality in the majority of us. And I'm just lucky enough to have it as a career for over 20 years. And I'm very, just do the very thing that I signed up for. So thank you for the support.
And last but not least, we have Wyoming County Public Defender Norm Huffman. Would you please join Judge Mullen at the podium to be sworn in.
All right. I, Warren F.
I, Norman Evans,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
that I will support the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York.
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
And I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of public defender, County of Wyoming,
of public defender of the County of Wyoming
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. So help me God.
Thanks, sir.
Disappointed, right? I've been public defender since 1990. And this is very few comments. Kind of following up what the sheriff said, it's been my pleasure to serve in this county because this county believes in the equality of justice and due process and supporting the system that ensures that justice prevails. I want to thank all of you for the support you've given me the last 150 years or whatever it's been. So I'm proud to serve, I'm proud to be here, and I'm proud of you. Thank you.
And at this time, I'd like to congratulate County Clerk Pierce on her reelection. She couldn't be here today. And I would also like to congratulate Wyoming County Attorney Jennifer Wilkinson on her appointment. Because Judge Dad, former Judge Dad, still Judge Dad, sitting in her place for today. And I'll speak a little bit more on Jennifer later. And at this time, we start on. Okay, at this time, I would like to say a few words in regards to the year 2021 and going forward in 2022. First, I would like to thank Supervisor Kell for your nomination and Supervisor King for the second nomination. And thank you, fellow supervisors, for your continued support. I look forward to working with you throughout 2022. And congratulations and welcome back Supervisor Gazowski and Supervisor McCormick. Congratulations, Vice Chairman Davis, Sheriff Greg Rudolph, County Clerk Rhonda Pierce, County Treasurer Cheryl Mayer, County Public Defender Norm Effman, and our coroners Jennifer Cruxman Pfeiffer and Mike Smith, and County Attorney Jennifer Wilkinson. And as with Jennifer Wilkinson, she's making history today because she is now the Wyoming County's first female county attorney. So that is definitely one to go down in history books. To my husband, Pat Ryan, your encouragement and patience continues to amaze me. I couldn't do this without you, and thank you. My daughter, Kelsey, my son-in-law, Pete, my son, Keith, and daughter-in-law, Sierra, and grandchildren, Mitchell, Miranda, Ruth, Molly, and Ryan. You continue to inspire and motivate me. Family is so important, especially today, and there's no greater joy in life than family and grandchildren. Thank you, Clerk Ketchum and Deputy Clerk Perez. Your hard work and constant attention to details continues to make our job so much easier. Thank you very much. We came into 2021 hoping to leave COVID-19 behind, 2020, which I call the lost year. The Moderna, Pfizer, and J&J vaccines availability expanded beyond the most vulnerable to also protect the general population. Our Public Health Department and Commissioner Dr. Collins, Administrator Laura Bellucci, Steve Perkins, Andy Meyer, Jillian Combs, Cheryl Blocks, Jamie Hudson, Rob Gines, Kim Standish, EMS Director Brian Myers, Bill Stryker. They all organized and operated our vaccine clinic, and it's also our testing clinic at the Highway Department. I want to thank you for that, for all the hard work. We never thought it was going to continue for another whole year and hopefully not much longer. It ran so smoothly and it still does to this day. You would believe the building was designed especially for that purpose, not just to house high-rate equipment. And our highway team stepped up to the plate, parking cars, directing people, and making sure it all ran like clockwork. The success of the clinic was also due to many volunteers who stepped up to the plate. The whole county came together. Back then, it seemed as though people couldn't get vaccinated soon enough. Today, we are still under a state of emergency due to a pandemic that began March of 2020. We lost our first Wyoming County resident on March 17, 2020, with a total of 19 lives lost by the end of that year. Between January 6, 2021 and December 30th of this year, we lost 55 more, a total of 74 lost to COVID-19 in our county. These were family members, friends, and neighbors. We cannot forget them and must keep their families in our prayers. I hope that 2022 will be the year known finally is the end of the pandemic. There's too much at stake, our mental, physical, and financial health, and our children and our grandchildren's future. At our hospital, our healthcare workers continue to struggle to maneuver around the obstacles of COVID-19 and the associated mandates thrown in the path of the day-to-day operations. They have not had a chance to take a breath, to recover from the fatigue of months of double shifts, no days off, and they've been taking care of our neighbors, our friends, and our family members. Yet they continue. We are fortunate to have people so dedicated working at our hospital. Thank you to them, to our hospital leadership team, and to our CEO, Joe McTurnan, for leading us through the storm. This past year, the Wyoming County Task Force, led by Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Scott Gardner, continued its vital role assisting and offering guidance to our local businesses. The needs of the community, hospital, residents, and schools were carefully assessed and monitored weekly. Thank you, Scott, task force members and partners, Community Action, Cornell Cooperative Extension, Public Health, and Emergency Management Services. 2021 brought a change in state leadership. The first female governor of the state of New York and new occupant of the governor's mansion. Western New York native Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul became Governor Hochul. And with that change came the hope that our county would not be forgotten. 2022 will tell us if that hope will become a reality. March 31st, 2021, New York State legalized adult use cannabis marijuana. Each local municipality, village or town could do nothing, in essence, opt in to allow adult use retail dispensaries or on-site consumption, or some people call them smoke shops, licenses to locate within their jurisdiction. They could opt out if they went through the process and passed a local law by December 31st, 2021. A few villages chose to do nothing and allow dispensaries and on-site consumption licenses to locate in their jurisdictions. The main reason voiced by these municipalities was to seek more tax revenue. Time will tell if this will be true. They can never choose to opt out later according to the law, regardless of future outcome. August through October, our three largest annual public county events were held once again. The Wyoming County Fair was on schedule with a few minor changes, such as a temporary pedestrian bridge. And the major highlight was the new barn and arena. The August Board of Supervisors meeting was not held at the fair this past year, but hopefully will again this coming year, in 2022. The Apple Pumpkin Festival in Wyoming had a record turnout. Wyoming County Arts Council annual Letchworth Arts and Crafts Show was back in Wyoming County for the first time in decades, and it was held in Perry Village Park. It was certainly nice to get back to some normalcy. 2021 brought change in leadership to some of our departments. Highway Superintendent Devin Blue, Real Properties Director Sarah Lippincott, IT Director Bill Sykes, Workmen's Compensation Program Administrator Tracy Kucinek, Rob Gines, Environmental Director, and Senior Planner James Bragg, and Director of Veteran Services Anthony Salino. Welcome and congratulations, and we look forward to working with you through 2022 and beyond. Some of the accomplishments of 2021 for the county were the Sholcup Road Bridge, and it was architecturally correct replacement of Bennington's historic covered bridge. I want to say thank you to former Highway Superintendent Todd Gadd for getting us pretty much through the whole process, and current Highway Superintendent Devin Blue and our Highway Department. Phase 1 of the Silver Lake dredging project has been underway now. And this is to protect the valuable natural resource that's so vital to our tourism industry as well as a water source. I would like to thank Steve Perkins, former environmental director, for doing the work on that, and he is still helping us out with that. We got a dialysis clinic now, and it's through shared services between Wyoming County and our hospital in Livingston County. And we owe a lot to Clerk Ketchum for all the work she did on the shared services program. And there were other projects within that too. But thank you very much for all the work on that. The 2022 budget, we came in under the 2% tax cap. And I want to thank all our department heads and especially Budget Director Janice Cook. He kept us on the straight and narrow there, and for Team Motley and Initial for keeping us on task and crunching the numbers. Thank you very much. That was an accomplishment. We have a new entry, or will shortly have a new entry, totally complete to the rotunda. Once it's complete, it will provide the appropriate security at minimal cost and to the entire county complex, while it continues to respect the existing architectural aesthetics. The schedule of the construction has been prolonged due to the supply chain that we see worldwide today. We ask for and appreciate the public's patience as we work through this project. And I would like to thank Mike Adamczak and Kristen Wiedemann and Buildings and Grounds for all the work that you've done on that. This is one that's a tough one. Munis. I hesitate to mention this as it has been a word that is likened to those one could get their mouth washed out with as a child. I think after almost 2 years, we may be seeing a light at the end of the tunnel with this new IT system. I have a question mark on it. It has been a huge accomplishment to get to this point, and I believe everyone still has a bit of sanity left. When fully implemented, it's said to make life much easier. I'd like to thank all the county employees and department heads and everyone. I think it's touched everyone in the county who have struggled through this and we're still struggling a little bit. The Board of Supervisors met in 2021 to discuss and prioritize goals to improve the financial well-being and quality of life of residents. One of these goals that rose to the top was to recruit a senior planner. Senior planner James Bray is now a member of our county department leadership team and a new Wyoming County resident. In 2022, the board will be working with Senior Planner Bray to develop a county comprehensive plan. As mentioned before, the county is in the process of seeking funding for the long-awaited Silver Lake dredging project, another priority. And James will be assisting in these efforts as well. He's been instrumental also in the census work that involves the county. We still have much work ahead in 2020 and beyond. And hopefully we won't have to Zoom much longer. Our local businesses are still struggling to survive, trying to recoup some of the financial security they had pre-pandemic mandates. We are in the midst of uncertainty due to rapidly increasing inflation, gasoline prices, heating, utility, and food costs, labor shortages, extreme delays to receive supplies, construction materials, and equipment. This affects every aspect of our daily lives, as well as all operations of the county. This has been said before, but it certainly bears repeating. We here in Wyoming County are resilient. We've overcome many obstacles in the past and can again. And together we will succeed. I am so grateful to live in Wyoming County. And thank you and have a happy new year. Is there anything else coming forward? At this time. Supervisor Berlin.
Although there's a lot of days I don't want to put it back over at 10 o'clock.
No. Does Lisa want the?
Yes. If you don't give me now, Joe,
I would
punch you down.
Like a dog.
She's good at her job. Plan. I'll take- Okay. Got it.